안녕하세요. 만나서 반가워요.
안녕하세요. 만나서 반가워요.
이름이 뭐요?
저는 그리스예요.
어느 나라 사람이에요?
저는 말레이시아 사람이에요.
직업이 뭐요?
저는 멀티미디어 대학교 대학생이에요.
감사합니다.
감사합니다. 안녕하세요. 만나서 반가워요.
안녕하세요. 만나서 반가워요.
이름이 뭐예요?
저는 레니예요.
어느 나라 사람이에요?
저는 말레이시아 사람이에요.
직업이 뭐예요?
저는 멀티미디어 대학교 대학생이에요.
감사합니다.
감사합니다.
안녕하십니까. 재령 운승희입니다.
안녕하십니까, 신희씨. 저는 완루입니다. 저는 말레이시아 사람입니다. 신희씨도 말레이시아 사람입니까?
네, 저는 말레이시아 사람입니다. 저는 멀티미디어 대학교 알라카의 학생입니다.
진짜요? 저도 멀티미디어 대학교 말라카에서 공부합니다.
저는 마케팅을 공부합니다. 완루 씨는 뭐를 공부합니까?
저는 뱅킹 관광경을 공부합니다. 저는 모토템 만들기 좋아합니다. 신희씨 뭐 좋아하니까?
나는 배드민턴 좋아합니다. 만나서 반갑습니다. 완루 씨.
만나기를 기대하겠습니다.
안녕히 가세요.
안녕히 계세요.
감사합니다.
감사합니다.
안녕하세요, madam. 저는 그레이스입니다. And now I'd like to discuss about Seoul travel destinations in Korea. Firstly, Insado Tower, rising almost 500 meters above the cities, and this communication and observation towers provides dramatic view of the cities on the side of Mount Namsan. A cable car brings you up to the side of the mountain to the base of the tower. From here, you can go up in the towers and visit any one of the 4 observation decks, one of which is a rotating restaurant. And there are 5 different dining experiences at the Insado Towers and several gift shops. Be sure to visit the new Inside Seoul immersive media exhibitions where 40 laser projectors create a virtual display of the cities via 5-dimensional mapping with the tower at the center. Secondly, Buncheonok Hanok Traditions Village. For a taste of Korean traditions, cultures, and architecture, a visit to Buncheonok Hanok Village is a fun and educational way to spend an afternoon. This preserved district of several ancient neighborhoods give you a feel of what it was like to live in Korea 600 years ago and is located in the right center of Seoul, which between the Gyeongbokgung Palace and Cheondokgung Palace. The neighborhoods of a narrow streets features hanoks or traditional Korean houses. It's a unique place as it's a historic area with a popular with tourists, but it's also a real neighborhood because the houses are all occupied and some of the hanoks are now a guest house and bed and breakfast, and they are filled with museums and they can be toured. Others are the cultural centers showcasing traditional craft and other historic aspects of Korean life, but most are the private home. Thirdly, Jeongpang Palace. It was first built in 1395, and Jeongpang Palace is the largest of Seoul 5 grand palaces built during the powerful Joseon dynasty. Destroyed and rebuilt several times over the centuries, and it was also restored to its original glory after the Second World War and totally restored in the 1990s. Within the palace ground, you can also find the National Palace Museum of Korea and the National Folk Museum of Korea, and both are worth a visit. The Palace Museum is especially fascinating as its presents items from the palaces of the Joseon dynasty. This includes priceless antiques and artwork, as well as everyday items for cooking, cleaning, and daily life. The National Folk Museum focuses on the items from daily life, as well as clothing and dioramas to tell the story of Korean people since prehistoric times. And fourthly, Dongdaemun Design Plaza. DTP is a very cool design center in Seoul Dongdaemun area. Dongdaemun is a Seoul fashion district which is also known for its shopping, and there are a lot of department stores and discount clothing and houseware stores in this area. The silver art-like flowing DTP buildings look like something from the outer space. It was designed by the late Iraqi British architect Zaha Hadid, which is considered as one of the great female architects of the modern era. In perhaps Seoul's ultimate contrast, there are ruins of the ancient city's fortress preserved just outside the front entrance of the design center. At night, the design center comes alive. The highlight being two 5550 white LED roses are light out, and the silver-colored modern Korean buildings and the rows of artificial flowers make the DDP one of the Seoul's best Instagram spots. And after the visit, head across the street for the burger or crinkle-cut fries at one of Seoul's most popular new dining spots. Shake Shack is across the DDP in the Dota shopping mall. And last but not least, Insado. This unique neighborhood is filled with small stores that sell Korean traditional folks and handicraft along with the art galleries. Stores sell things like hanji, traditional handmade paper, hanbok, traditional clothing, teas, potteries, and unique artwork. The galleries in Insado features Korean fine arts of all types, and there are also a lot of tea houses and small cafes which perfect for a break during shopping adventures. The Insado's area really come alive on the Saturday afternoons and all day Sunday when the streets are closed to traffic, and it becomes a giant craft and culture fair. Aside from food stall and vendors, there are traditional music and dance performances and other cultural exhibits. And that's all from me. Now I'd like to pass it to Peisan for the discussions in Busan. 감사합니다.
감사합니다, 그레이스. 여러분 안녕하세요. 제 이름은 렌입니다. 지금부터 부산의 관광명소를 소개하겠습니다. A brief introduction. Busan is South Korea's second largest city and largest port that has a wealth of attractions to entice visitors, from jaw-dropping temple and bustling market to spectacular bridges and variety street food and seafood. First and foremost, Yonder Beach is the representative of the best beach in Busan. The insane long 1.5 km curving stretch of white sand can pack in 120,000 beachgoers, which won't feel like an exaggeration if you visit in summer. Even in winter, when you can't swim, the beach is still quite beautiful. During daytime, a group of seagulls catch the potato chip thrown in the air by visitors, bringing delight and excitement to all around. On sunset, it is a memorizing sight when the sea, beach, and sky are painted in shades of red, orange, and yellow over the horizon. During daytime, fireworks, sound of waves, and solo or duet performers nearby complete a lovely and memorable day at Yonder Beach. Moving to the next station, which is the best market and foodies attractions in Busan, Jagache Fish Market. Jagache Fish Market is the largest seafood market in South Korea, selling huge variety of live seafood, great sea view, and nice ambience with outdoor street performance on Sunday. You can purchase the live seafood on the ground floor and bring it to one of many restaurants on the second floor for the preparations and cooking at an additional charge, or simply turn up the restaurant and pick the dishes you prefer. Alternatively, there is a seafood buffet restaurant on the fifth floor where you can try out a huge variety of seafood dishes, and it is also near the Yonder Beach. The place that I want to introduce is Busan Tower and Yongdusan Park. They are the best view and park in Busan that you don't want to miss out. The entrance to the park is one of the coolest things about it. A metallic retro-style multi-level escalator ascends from Gwangbokdong Cultural and Fashion Street to the southern end of the park, where you will find Busan Tower. Busan Tower is easily Busan's most recognizable landmark. The 120 meters tower pokes up in the sky from the hill in the middle of Yongdusan Park in Gwangbokdong. The top of the tower holds an observation deck that is modeled on Bulguksa Temple Dabotap Pagoda. The 3,060-degree view from the tower is unbeatable. Let's move to the Gamcheon Cultural Village. It represents the best museum, cultural, and historical site in Busan, and it may even be the first reason you are visiting the cities. This large seaside neighborhood was originally a ghetto built by refugees of the Korean War in 1950. Later, the neighborhood received government funding to transform it into a brightly colored art district. Today, the area features winding routes filled with public art, cutesy cafe, restaurant, art gallery, shop, and numerous lookout points. You can get transported to the past as you explore an ancient Gamcheon culture village in the traditional hanbok costume experience. Choose from a variety of design, accessory, and hairstyle to create your perfect look, and not to forget, capture the experience with a professional photo shoot sessions. The last suggested station in Busan is Sinsege Central Cities, the best mall, shopping, and architectures in Busan. It is registered in the Guinness World Record as the largest department store in the world. It is also a proud landmark of Busan and a world-class shopping hub not to be missed. Sinsege Central Cities is not only a large-scale shopping paradise but also offers leisure and entertainment facilities such as Korean traditional Jeonpang, a spa land, ice skating rink, juraji, an outdoor theme park with huge dinosaur, pirate ship, primitive African village, and other exciting adventure. I believe that you will be amazed by this mall.
안녕하세요. 저는 엉승이입니다. Jeju Island is located in the South Korean Straits in the southern part of the Korean mainland. It is South Korea's biggest island and a popular tourist attraction for both Koreans and international visitors. The island's ongoing appeal is attributed in part to the fact that Koreans were not allowed to travel overseas until the late 1980s. In addition to its beautiful landscapes and vast natural wealth, this island is really beautiful, and there are numerous breathtaking sights that I feel compelled to share with you. As a result, the islands have been developed as a tourist destination with several hostels, restaurants, stores, and tourist attractions, as well as a variety of intriguing museums and odd theme parks to visit. Jeju, which translated to large village across the sea, has its own distinct culture that is separate from that of the mainland, as seen by its two main cities, Jeju City and Seoul. Jeju Island boasts a multitude of great scenery and fantastic recreational activities for visitors to enjoy, with this picturesque countryside and jet coastline peppered with stunning beaches. The first is the Jungbang Waterfall, which are located on Jeju Island's southern coast. Jeongpang Forest is one of the three most famous waterfalls on the islands. It was a breathtaking sight to behold, situated right where the river meets the sea. According to the legend, it was inhabited by a holy dragon. The dragon essence is thought to be trapped in the water, which can heal ailments and deliver rains during droughts. This 23-meter high waterfall is roughly a 50 minutes east of Singapore City and is a great spot for photographers. In the middle of the breathtaking surrounding, its two cascaded trails down the rock, creating a thrilling sound. There is also an observatory on the top of the cliff. From there, you may get a magnificent views of the falls and the sea. Jeongpang Forest, Jeju, formed in the 19th century, was once the capital of the Chongxiaode. The antique features have been maintained for hundreds of years and show no sign of fading. The town is a realistic representation of historic fishermen's life on the islands, and it keeps many current sculpture traits. Jeongpang Village was opened to visitors in 1974 and has welcomed many travelers every year. The textured roof on all the dwellings resembles huge mushrooms. Jeju Blackstone, a lava-derived natural resources, was used to construct the walls. Utensils for daily living such as kitchens, vegetable gardens, livestock barns, and jars may also be found in the regions. The dwelling fences are all built of stone and are around 50 cm high. And what the more remarkable is none of the houses have a gap, which I later discovered is a Jeju specialty. Jeju Venice is a lovely theme park resembling Italian architecture and lifestyle. Jeju Venice land recreates the beauty of Venice, the city on the water in Jeju Islands. This is a perfect place to spend time with your families, friends, or lovers and enjoy its entertainment options such as World Museum, Venice Garden, and a gondola ride. The largest artificial forests and waterfalls are breathtaking. The scenery of this place is just as stunning as Venice. Hyojie is one of the most beautiful beaches on Jeju Islands, famous for its white sands and clear water. Located next to Hyojie Beach, Jeongpang is an absolutely stunning beach with a great view of Biado Islands. Crystal clear water with white sand spots and not many tourists around make this beach a sweet spot to escape the crowd. Also, the water is shallow enough to walk in. Jeju horseback riding is an excellent place to breed horses with its vast green land, and Jeju horses are famous for their distinctive genetics due to their isolation and domestication. Thus, you can understand more about Jeju culture while participating in Jeju horseback riding activity. Jeju horses mature well in harsh conditions due to their strength and fitness. With an outstanding tolerance of low temperatures, they have been mostly pastured without the need for horses blanket or stables. That's all for me. Now I will pass to Jocelyn. 감사합니다.
안녕하세요. 저는 저순이에요. Jeju is a city that has 1,000 years of history. They have the traditional culture and potential of tourists and has no rival in Korea. The name of Jeju literally means for perfect and region. From the Hanja with Jen for perfect and Ju for region. It is an important tourist central famous for Korean food, history building, sport and duty, and innovative festival. We can add the travel plan to Jeju, especially for romantic village, their amazing food, peaceful for temple, and a beautiful cathedral. Besides, the Jeju is famous for the bibimbap for their Korean dish in Jeju. The city of Jeju is even listed in the UNESCO in the gastronomy category. The first destination is Jeju Hanok Village. The Hanok is a traditional Korean house built in wood as a heart and the old part of Jeju city, which is located in the city of Jeju and overlaps the Punandong and Kyoto. There are 735 traditional Korean Hanok houses in the Jeju Hanok Village. The Hanok Village has a retained its historical tradition. The Hanok House are generally divided into two sections, which Ancha and Sarancha. The Sarancha is a man view because the man and woman have to remain separately. Ancha is situated deep inside the house, so there is a security and quiet. The Hanok is that all the house are heating with auto and a unique floor heating system. The coroner enjoy to sitting, eating and sleeping on the floor. The visitor can either to book a Hanok accommodation or visit the Hanok Life Experience Hall in Jeju. An example which is the Ambient Hanok Village is here to experience. The second place is Chongxiaode, which is located just outside the Hanok village. Chongxiaode was established in year 1410 and described a portrait of King Taejong as the founder of Joseon dynasty along with his wife mortuary temple. This location is also featured in a popular drama which is Moonlight Draw by starring by Park Bong-goo and Kim Dong-joo. The fee to Chongxiaode is about cost 3,000 won per person for adult. Many Koreans have rented the hanbok and were taking the photograph around the complex. The third place is Jeju Hankyong. The Jeju Hankyong is a Confucius school in Jeju that was established during the Joseon dynasty. This was the national education center during the Joseon period. The school was originally located at the Gyeonggi site but was relocated in year 1603. This location is also famous for being the shooting place for popular drama which is Gyeongpang Skanda, with starring by Park Min-young, Park Young-chun, Yoo Ya-in, and Song Joong-ki. The fourth place is Punambun Gate. The Punambun Gate was built during the Joseon dynasty in year 1734, which was the southernmost gate amongst the four city gates of Jeju. The structure was severely damaged by fire in year 1767, followed by the restoration of the gate towards the afterward. The gate was burned down once again during the Meiji War was restored to the gate that is seen today. In the evening, it's a probably at this time of day there is a more in species. Punambun is more of the photography stop than a visit to Jeju. It is no possibility to climb to the top of the door. The fifth place is Jamamura village with Korean village and Jamambyeonghama. Jamamura village, which is a climbing village situated on the high side of the mountain with a great view of Jeju. The wall of the village have been painted by the local artists which then become a popular attraction in Jeju. They are also have a great cafe with fantastic panorama of Jeju Hanok village. Jamamura village is just next of the Jeju Hanok village, which is located in the right between the Omata and Imota along the foot of Namsan Mountain Jungbang Road. Jeju Hanok village is also visible from the right street, although this is a fairly steep wall up to the Jaman village. Visitors will be able to enjoy the colorful mural painted on the building and wall along the way. The last one is Jeju Nambu Sitang. Nambu Market is the number one traditional market of Jeju, which is open in 1905. Over 200 years old, Nambu Market is the oldest major market in Jeju. In Jeju, there's a saying, no marry unless visit Nambu Market. The market sells almost everything used in our everyday life, including food, furniture, clothing, and everything we like. Even until today, Nambu Market hosts over 800 stores and 1,200 windows, which makes it bigger market in Jeju province. Okay, that's all for the Korea of Jeju. I will pass to the next presenter, 감사합니다.
안녕하세요. 제 이름은 타와루입니다. In Jeonju, the best thing to do are mainly historical and heritage sites. In the 7th to 9th century, the Silla Kingdom governed Korea, and this city was known as Museum Without Walls. To those who enjoy natural scenery and interested in history, really should visit Jeonju. First of all, Sogro Grotto, located on Mount Tohamsan, is the representative stone temple of Korea. Sogro Grotto was constructed by King Daeso during the reign of King Jeongdu 742 to 765 of the Silla Kingdom. It located 3 km away by hiking trail and 9 km by car from Busan Temple, The koto was designed very harmoniously with the seated Buddha facing the East Sea. Second, Baokista Temple is the most famous Buddhist temple in the Korea and the home to a number of important relics from the Silla period. Baokista is the temple with the famous Seonggatap and Dabotap. However, the temple stay and at Baokista Temple is the opportunity to learn about Buddhism and the dignified Silla dynasty. Experiencing temple stay give participants the opportunity to learn about the cultural axis at Baokista Temple. The Chongxiaode Observatory is one of the oldest astronomical observatories in Asia and possibly even the world. It dates back to 7th century during the reign of Queen Jeongpang. The 9.17-meter high observatory was mainly used to forecast the weather. Its square strap of stalobite consists of 362 stones stacked on top of each other. The stone represented 362 days in a lunar days. 4. Jeju Venice was a secondary place used by the crown prince of the Silla kingdom. It also served as a bonfire site for important national events and important visitors. The pond was created in 674 during the rise of King Mamu. The pond featured 3 small islands and landscape of 12 small hills to the north. Lastly, Namsan Mountain is the 494-meter peak in the heart of Jeju National Park, just south of Jeju, South Korea. The mountain is within easy reach from the city and attracts a larger number of natural tourists. Namsan covers an area of about 8 km from north to south by 12 km from east to west. Thank you.